Hi, I'm Dave Barber, coming to you today from the State House, third floor more specifically, in these segments we call Capitol Spotlight. We get an opportunity to spend about 5 minutes with a member of the General Assembly and discuss some of the things they've been working on, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome back a gentleman who always answers our call, State Representative Jim McLaughlin. Representative, it's great to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me here, Dave.
It's great to see you, and I'll tell you something. When I see you in the halls, you're always upbeat. You're one of the more energetic members of this great body, and again, you're always zipping around this building on the go. But boy, you folks have wasted no time getting busy this session. It started out right from Jump Street, very busy.
Yeah, absolutely right. And basically, we're going to have our hands full this year. I've introduced legislation, House Bill 7103, in reference to the banking institutions. They want to do away with the written statements, and I say no. Number one, people depend on the written statements. What my bill says is they should have the option of having a paper statement. Paper statements are good for 5 to 7 years after. Okay, online, I don't think so.
Well, and not only that, but let me tell you something else. Not everybody has access to a computer. Certainly online banking is a very good alternative for a lot of us. I do it myself. But not everybody has that same luxury of having a computer accessible. But your legislation has another caveat that they have to provide this paper statement at no extra cost to the customer, right?
No charge at all. They take our money, they reinvest it. I think they can break down and, continue sending paper statements to those who need it.
Yeah, and let's face it, those of us that are taking the electronic statement, we're not getting a discount because we're saving the banks and lending institutions a lot of money. I think it's only fair. Are you optimistic about the legislation?
Absolutely,
Well, I'll tell you what, again, all we would be asking them to do is to continue to provide the paper statement for those people that want it.
That's a must. That's a must, and I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Chairman Kennedy and his staff, also Rep. Augusto Silva, Representative Macbeth. They've worked with me on this. The leadership, Leader Mattiello, they've helped me a lot.
Again, I have to tell you, Rep., getting back to the accessibility of computers, just recently, my computer went on the fritz at home, and I had to go to a neighboring community of yours, Pawtucket. I went to the Pawtucket Library, public library, where they have a computer lab. And I walked in, very nice library, maybe 25, 30 computers available to the public, all filled with a waiting line of people waiting to get to the computer. It demonstrates to me that not everybody has it as easy as many of us by having a computer in their home office or in their bedroom.
There are a lot, they don't have the accessibility, Dave, and we need to help these people out.
Now, speaking of money, there's an issue on taxation regarding some of the fire districts in your community. Why is that important, and what are you doing relative to that?
Here we go again. Basically, the House Bill 7141, I introduced it last year, and it's putting a cap on the fire districts. For the most part, most of them are basically trying to do the right thing, but we have a district, District 5, Cumberland Hill, which chose to raise the tax rate 40% to businesses and on commercial property. We don't need to drive business out. We need to sustain business in Cumberland.
Well, and just one final remark. You have to be pleased with probably one of the most famous former Central Falls resident, Viola Davis, today named as a possible Academy Award recipient come February. That has to have people in Central Falls beaming.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, we couldn't have had more wonderful news.
And you certainly have a great representative in having her there in Hollywood. Representative, thank you so much for talking to us. My best to you and your colleagues in the House.
Thank you, Dave. And if you want the facts and you want the truth, watch Capitol TV. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a million. My name is Dave Barber. You've been watching Capitol Spotlight. Thanks for tuning in.